ऐसा ही रखो उसको. Okay, so friend, today in the last lecture we learn about the perimeter. ठीक है. In the last lecture we learn about the perimeter. So in this lecture we have to learn more about the area. But in short we revise first the perimeter and then we'll move to area. So before starting our topic yesterday we saw that we can calculate the perimeter and area of rectilinear diagrams. So what is mean by rectilinear diagram? So such a shapes or such a figures or such a diagrams which are made up of line segment and angular point, or when two line segment meet each other that angular junction, and along with line segment the shape form is called as rectilinear shape. So circle, we saw that circle is not included in rectilinear shape because it has no linear portion, only recti portion is there. Circular portion is there only, no linear portion is there, so it is not a rectilinear figure. So we saw that all polygons like triangle, square, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, septagon, octagon, all closed figures and all these polygons are rectilinear, and we can calculate their perimeter and their area also. And we saw the formula to calculate the perimeter of basic shapes: rectangle, triangle and square. Okay, so what is the formula for perimeter of triangle? There are three options. If the triangle is isosceles triangle, then equal side into 2 plus unequal side. If it is a equilateral triangle, means all side of equal length, then perimeter of the triangle is 3 into the side length. And if it is an irregular triangle, say rectangular triangle, whose right angle triangle, sorry. So when all the sides are not equal to each other, then we can say that sum of all three sides gives us the perimeter of that triangle. Now talking about perimeter of square or rectangle, for square. So for the perimeter of square, all the sides of square are of equal length and it is दगड़ पे लिखी हुई काली रेख और एकदम फिक्स वाला थिंग. सो perimeter of the square is 4 multiplied by length of that side. Simple. Okay. For rectangle, we know opposite sides are of equal length. Okay, so longer side is called as length and smaller side is called as breadth or width. So for the perimeter of rectangle, the perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, means add length and breadth and multiply with 2, or double of it is its perimeter. Now using these three basic formulas of perimeter, we can calculate the perimeter of any irregular shape, and we had seen such examples in the last lecture. Now we have to learn more about the area. Now see what is meant by area. See, this is one figure. Okay, and perimeter is what? The outer border. Means only this length, this length, this length and this length. But what about the inner portion, which is enclosed by that line segment and angular portion? This whole inner portion is known as area of that geometrical shape. And there are formulas to calculate this area of the geometrical shape. Now see, this is one example is given here in this figure. This figure is divided into equal squares. Okay, equal length squares. So how many equal squares are here? So these square units are all of equal measurement. Okay, so how many squares are there? So you have to calculate horizontally, sorry, this is vertically and horizontally. So vertically how much and horizontally how much. If you calculate only one row, then you can multiply it, or other method is calculate all the squares. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, like this. So these 12 squares are there, and we know the measurement of one square, so we can calculate the measurement for 12 square, and we can say that measurement is the area of that portion. Now there are formulas for calculating the area, but here one example is given that we saw, that we'll see, and then we'll move ahead and we'll go for the formula for area of rectangle, area of square, area of triangle. So first we'll see this solved example. So one square tile is given here whose length is 1 centimeter. Now see, while talking about area, never we write the answer in just centimeter, meter, kilometer. We say centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square. Okay, because this is not a just single line segment ka length or single portion's length. It is the area, so it always written in the form of square. Okay, now here one tile measurement is given, that is 1 centimeter square. So we have to find the rectangular floor ABCD's area. Now there are two methods. Calculate each tile. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24. But it takes time. Okay, so other method is how many horizontal tiles are there and how many vertical tiles are there. Horizontal are how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6. And vertical 1 2 3 4. So multiply. 6 multiplied by 4 is 24. So there are 24 tiles. So one tile's measurement is 1 centimeter square. So 24 tiles measurement is 24 multiplied by 1 is equal to 24 centimeter square. Okay, understood? Now we'll move ahead. Now we have to calculate the area of rectangle. So while talking about the area of rectangle, the formula for area of rectangle is length into the breadth. Simple. Okay. What is the formula? Length multiplied by breadth. This length multiplied by breadth gives us the area of rectangle. Simple. For perimeter, 2 into length plus breadth. But for area, just length multiplied by breadth. Khatam. Okay. No need to calculate the squares and all. If this figure is rectangle and you know the length ka measurement, breadth ka measurement, you can find its area. Now see the example. We have to calculate the area of rectangle whose length is thrice its breadth. And if the breadth of rectangle is 5 centimeter, we have to calculate the area. So see, breadth is 5 centimeter, length is thrice the breadth, means 3 into 5, that is 15 centimeter. Now area of rectangle is equal to 5 multiplied by 15. So 15 5s are 75, and I told you area should be written in centimeter square. So 75 centimeter square is the area of rectangle. Now for area of square, length into breadth, what we say? Now for square, length is equal to breadth. Okay, because square and rectangle both are quadrilateral, means which has four sides. Okay, so for rectangle we saw the formula length into breadth. We apply the same formula to square also, because it is also one of the quadrilateral. But here the difference is length and breadth are of equal size. So for area of square the formula is side square, means side multiplied by side. Whatever this length is, just multiply it with the same number. You get the area of square. Okay. Now we'll see one example. Now here 1 unit square, for 1 unit square find the area of given figure. Now this square ka area is 1 unit square. We have to find the area of figure. Now here we cannot multiply horizontal and vertical rows, because they are unequal. Here there are no boxes. So here you have to calculate each and every box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 boxes are there. So the area is 16 unit square. Okay. Now ahead. Find the area of square whose one side is 3.1 centimeter long. Now we know area of square is equal to side multiplied by side, or you can say side square. So 3.1 multiplied by 3.1, multiply it. 31 multiplied by 31. 1 1 za 1, 1 3 za 3, 0, 3 1 za 3, 3 3 za 9. Add 1 6 9. 961 centimeter square is the area of square. And we have to give the point. How we give the point? See, 3.1 into 3.1 is there. So 961 is the answer. But where to give the decimal? How many decimal? How many points are there behind the decimal in both the number? You have to calculate first. So see, 3 3.1 into 3.1. So this one and this one. So from the unit place you have to left 2 digit and give the decimal point. Not here like this. You can assume that here only one number is after decimal. Here also one number is after decimal. So we can give the decimal after leaving one number. But no, this is wrong. It is multiplication. It is not addition. If addition is there, then you can say ki left the one place and give the decimal. But multiplication is there, so we have to consider both the numbers. So 2 digit we have to left and give decimal. Now area of irregular shape we have to calculate. So how you are going to calculate the area of this figure we see, and then I think we will stop here. Some practice examples we'll see afterwards, and then we solve the examples. Now see, we have to calculate the area of this irregular shape. Now how we are going to calculate this? So draw imaginary, one second. Draw imaginary line joining these 2 points, and we will give each and every point as a some alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we can call them easily. Okay. Now see, we had drawn one imaginary line here. So this is one rectangle, and above that rectangle there is also one rectangle. Why I say rectangle? Because this is 6 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. So this can never be a square. So this is one rectangle and this is one rectangle. Now length of whole this segment is 7 centimeter. Okay, and this portion is only 6 centimeter here. So what is the length of remaining portion? 1 centimeter. 7 minus 6, 1 centimeter, the length of BC. How we had calculated? See, AC's length is 7 centimeter. AB length is 6 centimeter. So we have to calculate the length of BC. B to C. So AC full length minus AB. So 7 minus 6 is equal to 1 centimeter. So this length is 1 centimeter. Now this is 7 centimeter. So EF is 7 centimeter. So if this point is H, HD is also 7 centimeter. Now AG is 5 centimeter. This is the line. This is the line. So if we consider this big rectangle, this CH is also 5 centimeter. So CD is 5 plus 7, that is 12 centimeter. Okay, up to this you understood. Now I will explain again. So we had drawn बहुत सारा imaginary line. I will show you again. Wait, but my whole the things will get erased, but it's okay, I will show you again. Okay, so we had drawn first this imaginary line, this imaginary line. Now consider this big rectangle. Opposite sides are of equal length. Now we'll give the points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If AH is 5 centimeter, what is the length of CD? 5 centimeter. Now if GF is 7 centimeter, what is the length of this DE? 7 centimeter. Because this is also another rectangle and opposite sides are of equal length. Now what is the length of CE? CD plus D. CD plus DE. So length of CE is 5 plus 7, that is 12 centimeter. Clear? Now see. Now forgot the lower rectangle. Just consider the upper rectangle. Why I am calculating this CE? Because I want this length. Why? Because area of rectangle formula is length into breadth. So for this area we must know the length of the rectangle. No? So I got the length, that is 12 centimeter. Now I have to calculate this breadth. How I am going to calculate this, I will show you. Now consider the upper rectangle. Okay. Now this upper rectangle, if HG is 6 centimeter, AB is also 6 centimeter, because opposite sides are of equal length. Now A to C complete is 7 centimeter, in which AB is only 6 centimeter. So what is the length of BC? 1 centimeter. Length of BC is equal to AC minus AB. So 7 minus 6, that is 1 centimeter. So you got the length of BC, that is 1 centimeter. So EF is also 1 centimeter. Now area of rectangle AHGB. AHGB is equal to, length into breadth. How much is the length? How much is the breadth? 6 multiplied by 5, that is 30 centimeter square. Hmm? Length is bigger than breadth, na? So I took the length as 6 and breadth as 5. No matters. In multiplication, you write 5 multiplied by 6 or 6 multiplied by 5. The answer is same. Now area of rectangle BFEC, because this portion I had calculated. I will show with the green color. This portion ka area I just calculated, that is 30 centimeter square. Now blue portion's area we have to calculate, and we just add both the areas. We get the area of complete figure. So area of this rectangle BFEC is equal to, length is 12 centimeter, length into breadth is equal to 12 into 1, so 12 centimeter square. Now area of whole figure is, area of irregular shape is area of HGB plus area of BFEC. HGB's area is 30, BFEC's area is 12, so together it is 42 centimeter square. Understood up to this? Now every irregular shape we have to calculate its area like this only. We have to divide that figure into the shape we know, whether square, rectangle or triangle. Because their areas formula we know, we have to divide that figure into the proper shape and then we calculate the area. So today we saw area of triangle, area of rectangle and area of square. So area of rectangle is length into breadth, area of square is side square, and what is the area of triangle? We don't see. Very good. Okay, so we have to calculate the area like this only. They had also explained everything. Now we wrap up today and we see the solved examples based on this on the next lecture, and then we solve the problems. Okay. इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग गई, गलती से स्क्रीन दब गई है, बंद किया ना रिकॉर्डिंग गई।